Yes, fellas, we are back. Today I'm going to be taking you through a full day of eating. It's pretty minging out. I've been pissing it down with rain all evening. I've just finished a fast 10k. I'm fast as fuck, boy. But I am ravenous. And because it's shit, and because I'm probably going to be sat in front of my laptop all day, you're going to be coming along for a full day of eating. We're on the cut. I've been cutting for about a month now. We're calling it Operation Peeled because I'm trying to get lower than 10% body fat. It's going well. We're on 2,300 calories, 265 grams of protein. Come on. I'm going to take you along with me and show you how I cook it and show you how I eat it. Rightio then, but it is about 10 to 10 and I'm pretty hungry. I've been for a 10 kilometer this morning. I've walked the dog. I've had a shower, cleaned my teeth, and it's time to eat. So we're going with 12 eggs. Bosh. I wish they were farm eggs, but they're not, unfortunately. Lidl supplied these goods. And a couple satsumas for a little bit of vitamin C, a little bit of orange juice, basically, but an edible version. So I like to fry my eggs in a cast iron and then scramble them at the end because I'm just really good at it and it tastes the best, in my opinion. I like fried eggs, I like poached, I like all eggs, but this is the easiest by far. So we will get this cast iron cooking, bruv. Get the hob on. Let that get hot. Let that get piping hot. We ain't no time wasters out here. And here's some tallow that I've got from earlier, saved from my mince. So we're gonna have a teaspoon of that. And that's all I really cook with at the moment, tallow. I mean, I use olive oil now and then, but I always like to save my tallow from my high fat mince, from offcuts of steak, etc. And that's my main cooking oil. You can cook it at a high temp. It doesn't really burn like butter, and that's why I like to use it for my steaks because it gets that crisp. You can put it to a really high heat. Another good option is coconut oil. Love coconut oil, just pretty spenny in it, bro. So we're gonna crack these eggs into a bowl so we can pour them all in at once, just so we get an even cook on all of them. Getting the eggs in without any shell. I still can't do it with one hand. I don't know why. Like, I've tried and I just end up mashing eggs on the side. So this is how I like to do it. Got pretty quick at it as well. And if you do get any extra shell in, then thank the Lord for the extra calcium, eh? Might even give one to the dog. He loves an eggshell. Gently. Good boy. Right, so that tallow is now cooking, bruh. Get it all around the pan, all around the edges, just like so. I always cook with a cast iron as well. Firstly, you don't want any of the endocrine disruptors, the BPAs, all that from the non-stick shit. You know, if you scratch a T-foul, you get millions of PFAs in your body. And that's gonna fuck up your chest, fuck up your hormones, so we don't do that. You get a good crisp of a cast iron, you don't get any PFAs, but also when you put meat or anything into a cast iron, it doesn't cool the pan down, it stays at the same temperature, and that's why you get a good sear on it. I'm still yet to master the stainless steel though. So in we go with the eggs. So yeah, we're just gonna let that gently simmer. Then we add our Celtic sea salt. Has to be done, a nice amount, a little bit more. Can't go wrong with a bit of salt, bit of hydration. We've been on a long run today. We need to maximize the sodium. Whilst we're waiting, actually, we might as well hydrate. A little bit of salt in the water. I have this every morning, a little bit of salt, and you know, it doesn't taste salty, which I tell my clients. Just a little sprinkle of salt is all that you need. We'll get some creatine as well. I do put creatine in my yogurts, but I just think some in the morning, especially if you've got a session coming up, is beneficial. So little 3.5 G scoop of that. Oh, it's a bit bitty at the end, not gonna lie. Why not eggs? Eggs are probably the most complete protein on the planet. They're the cheapest as well. An egg is probably about 10p per egg. So this meal right now is probably 130 with the tallow in, 160 with the oranges in, and you can't go wrong really. Like, this is gonna give you all the saturated fats that you need. Plus we're having oranges, so I am literally having all of my RDA right now. Well, most of my RDA right now. If you don't like eggs, I feel sorry for you because they're an absolute cheat code. I just see so many guys going, oh, I'm gonna have cream of rice with 2 scoops of whey and like a protein bar on the side, and it's like, just eat some eggs. Jay Cutler ate 140 eggs a week, and he's one of the goats. It is now 10:20, so that took 20 minutes to cook. We've got 840 calories coming from the eggs, 72 grams of protein. We've got 30 calories coming from the 2 satsumas or oranges or easy peelers, whatever you want to call them. We've got 40 calories coming from the teaspoon of tallow I used as well. So in total, this meal is around 920 calories and let's just say 74 grams of protein. This is going to fill me up, give me everything I need, and allow me to lock in for my work block. Meal number 2. It is currently 3:15, and I'm pretty hungry. I've had a big old deep work block, and we're gonna have a Greek yogurt bowl. There's no better meal to have at lunchtime than a Greek yogurt bowl. We're having 0% Greek yogurt because we're on the cut, we're watching the cows. I do like full fat Greek yogurt because that's where all the nutrients is, in the fat, in the saturated fats of the dairy. But 250 cows, 42 grams of protein, you can't go wrong. Let's build this team. We've got some frozen mixed berries as well going in, a banana, and then of course, we are gonna have our trusty bee bread. This is basically just raw honey mixed in with raw bee pollen and fermented over 2 weeks. So it comes out to like a pasty, caramelly, like, oh, it's banging. It's like honey caramel almost, but it's a great test booster and really good source of carbs and great for recovery as well. So let's get building. Of course, we're gonna have to start off with a big bowl. And I like to use all of the Greek yogurt just because I'm more worried about filling myself up, like with the eggs, because, you know, I am a fat guy at heart. I do like a snack, but we're on the cut, we're being good, we're being disciplined. So I need these meals to satiate me, but also fill me to the brim, so I'm not even tempted to open the fridge. Excuse my manners here. We are just getting every single drop out of this yogurt bowl. Waste not, want not. That's what my granddad says during the war. We are getting every single speck out of this bowl. I don't really have a utensil to get it out, and they make these fucking weird grooves in the bowl, so you end up wasting some. Greek yogurt is an absolute staple in my diet. It has been for the past 3 years, to be honest. Next up, we're gonna add 150 grams of mixed berries into this bowl, and we're gonna microwave them quickly, because I do like them soft. I'm not fussed with like frozen berries in my yogurt. My teeth are a bit sensitive, and I don't like that. We're just gonna eyeball 150 grams, because it's fruit, you know, it's low calorie. Not going to be the end of the world if we add an extra 10 grams in there. Frozen fruit is so much better than normal fruit because as soon as it's picked, it's frozen. So, you know, there's not anything extra being sprayed on it, so it lasts longer. It's probably fresher than fresh fruit, which is weird to think. If you're going to be buying lots of fruit, especially berries, definitely go for frozen. You get more bang for your buck as well. This was a kilogram, and I think it was around £3 in Lidl. Whereas like if you got a kilogram of blueberries, like fresh blueberries, you'll probably be spending a tenner. And also the juice like comes out of the berries and you're able to mix that in with the yogurt, make it a little bit purple, make it a bit sweeter. And yeah, satisfy those cravings basically. Whilst that's being heated up, we're gonna chop up a little banana. They're probably my main source of carbs throughout the week. Like every time I have a session, like if it's not early in the morning, I will get a banana inside of me. Sounds a bit weird. But 30 grams of carbs, good sugars, fructose, glucose, great source of fiber so your shits aren't runny. And they're sweet, easy to eat, can take them on the go, as long as you don't squish them in the bottom of your bag. Bananas, honey, sea salt. If you haven't tried that combination before, or with some dates, if you haven't tried that combination before, try it. Your pump will be nuts and you won't have to fill up your body with some fucking artificial sweeteners and all this lab-grown bullshit that your body was not supposed to digest. I forgot to season my Greek yogurt bowl. First off, we're starting with cinnamon. Great for nitric oxide production, great for circulation, also great for testosterone production. It's sweet, add a bit of spice to your yogurt bowl, and yeah, what's not to like really? Creatine. We've had a scoop of creatine this morning in our water, so we're gonna have another 2 decently sized scoops. That'll take me up to 10 grams. I'm tempted to go up to 20 grams a day. I've seen some guy on Instagram do it and see some good improvements in strength. Like, I definitely saw some improvements in strength when I was double dosing this stuff. Great for performance, great for brain health, great for skin, great for everything basically. Hormone production, energy, water retention inside the muscle, making you look big and strong. Next up, we got a bit of collagen. This is probably the best collagen on the market, especially in the UK. It's Will Powders, shout out to Vinya Taylor. It's absolutely potent. 10 grams of this has 10 grams of protein in, which is nuts, for about 40 calories as well. That's crazy. It's unflavored, from grass-fed cows on the Swiss pastures. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And I will be buying my mum some more. Once all those powders are in, we're gonna give it a good mix. Put a bit of fucking elbow grease into it, get a bit angry. We ain't no time wasters out here, come on. I'm pretty particular when it comes to my yogurt bowls as well. I call myself the Da Vinci of Greek yogurt because every time I make one, chuck it on the story, everyone's like, oh my God, like, that looks banging. I'm like, yeah, it is, come on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right, banana on. And last but not least, we've got our bee bread. Raw honey, raw bee pollen from the local farm. Never use a metal spoon when it comes to your honey, or especially your raw honey, because it just taints the nutrients, and we don't want that. Is this gonna droop, or is this gonna take bare long, bruv? You know you want to. Bursh. We've got a local farm near to me, and it's pretty well kept secret. I don't really tell anyone about it because they have their own honeybees. It's all raw, it's all local. It's like gold heroin. And there we have it, whipped up within 5 minutes, as easy as you like. I don't know if you can see that. I'll do a little vertical one so you can see that, but Bursh, it looks banging. There she is in all her glory. I feel so bad because like they look so good, but they only last about 3 minutes. Meal 2 going down, it is 340. So that took me 10 minutes to make. Easy peasy, great carbs, great fats, great antioxidants. Getting some fruit in for our energy. We're replenishing what we lost when we went for a run earlier today. So we've got the mixed berries, which are around 100 calories. We've got the small banana, which are around 90 calories. We've got the tablespoon of raw honey, basically, which is another 60 calories. So that's 250 calories, sorry, bad maths. Then we've got the Greek yogurt, which is 0%, 250 calories, 40 grams of protein. We've got the collagen, which is another, say, 100 calories. So altogether, this is 600 calories and around 55 grams of protein. Gosh, the time is now 7 p.m. and I'm pretty fucking hungry, guys. So you know what that calls for? A shred bowl. I've been eating this meal every single day for the past 5 weeks. It's high volume, lowish calories, packed full of protein. Gonna be cooking it in my brand new cast iron. This is a big boy. I got my dad one of these for Christmas and he made an awesome steak in it, sent me a load of photos and I was like, right, I'm copping one. Excited to use this. Cast iron's always better sear, no toxins. This meal is simple and easy to make. I can whip it up in about 15 minutes and that's what you need if you're trying to be on a cut. Something that's easy, something that's convenient, something that's quick. And yeah, simplicity equals consistency. Starting off, we've got 5% lean ground beef. In 500 grams of this, you've got 120 grams of protein. Next up, we've got pickles. Great for your gut. Fermented foods, really good for your gut microbiome. They're low calorie. 100 grams of these is around 20 calories, which is crazy. Another pickled article, we've got some sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is pretty underrated. If you haven't tried it, I'd recommend it. It's kind of like a pickled onion, but without the onionness, if that makes sense. Super low calorie again, really good for the gut microbiome. So the bulk of the meal is going to be carrots. Carrots have plenty of beta carotene in. Again, they're low calorie, 30 calories for each one of these carrots. I mostly eat fruit, like I have this, maybe some sweet potatoes and beetroot every single day. Beetroot is another absolute superfood. Well, not superfood, but it's great for nitric oxide, it's great for circulation, it's great for your testosterone, it's great for being in the bedroom. It's also really good for recovery as well, especially if you had a tough session, your body's feeling battered, get some beetroot in you, and yeah, you'll probably recover quicker. Let's get that fucking cooker on. Hey. I thought we'd go top off for dinner, you know, set yourself a new background. Beef is an absolute superfood. Like, it's been demonized over the past couple of years. You probably heard me say this if you've watched my content, but you should not fear red meat. You should be absolutely maximizing it. It does not have a direct relation or correlation to arterial blockage or anything like that, or cholesterol. That's all bullshit. That is basically designed for you to stop supporting farms and start eating fucking vegan burgers and all that bullshit, lab-grown meat. And we don't want that. It's got iron, B vitamins, choline, selenium, zinc, magnesium, natural form of creatine. Chicken doesn't even come close to its nutritional value. If you can, support your farmer, support your butcher. We're gonna get our beef mince in there. Just chuck it in and just leave it. Leave it for about 3 minutes. You want it to really crisp up on the outside. Listen to that sizzle, bro. Add some sea salt, some fresh cracked pepper, some paprika, some cayenne pepper, and some cumin. Chop our veg up, starting with our carrots. Then quarter them. And just slice these bad boys up. Get them in the bowl. I'm going to chop up our pickles. Good amount of these. I prefer big ones. Pause. If you're unsure, you should weigh everything out to the T, but I know this is well under 100 grams. Next, we're just going to get some sauerkraut. Decent helping of that. Just going to get the juice out of these beetroots. Last bit into the bowl. Then we're going to add our beef mince. This cast iron is so heavy. Get that all in there. Now 125 grams of these. Dice this up finally. And there she is, boys, in all her glory. Bollocks. So I'm not going to eat this one on camera for you guys because I want to go and sit down and watch some TV with the mumsy. But this is what we've got. We've got 620 calories coming from the 5% lean ground beef. We've got 90 calories coming from the beetroot. We've got around 40 calories coming from the sauerkraut. We've got another 30 calories coming from the pickles. Then we've got another 80, let's say, coming from the carrots. That's an all over an estimate. So around 900 calories for this whole meal here. And yeah, that takes the total up to around 2,300. I'm excited to eat this. I'm going to mash it up. You should eat what works for you. You know, beef works for me. Chopped up veg works for me. Greek yogurt works for me. Eggs works for me. You know, as long as it's whole food, it's single ingredient food, it's within your macros if you're going for a specific fitness goal, it's doing good for your body, it's helping you thrive, then, you know, go for it. And now and then you do indulge. I indulge, you know what I mean? I don't post about it, but I don't want to promote it. But, you know, now and again we have days where, you know, we have special things going on. It's just when you make the UPFs and the Domino's after work and, you know, the meal deals picked up here and there, you make that a mindless, often decision. They're filled with fillers, they're filled with artificial sweeteners, they're filled with xanthan gums and preservatives that are all proven to be cancerous, bad for your gut, and bad for your metabolic health. So, you know, now and again, 100% go for it, enjoy it. Enjoy a meal out with the missus, enjoy a meal out with the family, but 90% of the time, when people aren't watching, that's where your progress is made. That's where your routine is revealed by your results. And those results only come if you treat your body right and you fuel it properly. Just like that. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. We've had eggs, we've had Greek yogurt, we've had a beef bowl. I'm going to tuck into this, go watch some TV with a mumsy. But if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to learn how to eat like this and you're looking for some one-on-one coaching, then click the Calendly link in my description and we can book a call to set you up with a quality meal plan, how to shop, what goals you want to achieve and where you want to get to in 2026. If not, follow me on Instagram and I'll see you at the next one. Safe, boys. Best.